Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am the infamous, one and only Kentucky Yankee, as you well know. And today, I got some footage gathered up together for you. I've been saving it up all spring about my one-row corn planter. I think it's a 7000 or a 7100 John Deere. I'm also going to incorporate my International Harvester 484, my 5045E John Deere, and of course Jonathan here, the 1023E. I just wanted to show you guys my little planter here. It's a one row, I think 7000 John Deere, maybe a 7100, I'm not sure. And you can get these units like, I don't know, they do 32 at a time probably. But I just have this one. The way it's driven is off these rototiller wheels down here. I built this little unit, and you can get on the internet and see how they do them. But it worked out really good. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to use it to plant sweet peas. So this meter right here is actually made just for sweet corn, because sweet corn seed is smaller than like field corn, feed corn, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to take this meter off, and then I put this little bean meter on here. And this is for planting, I guess, soybeans and stuff, but it works great to plant sweet peas. So I'm going to change that out and put some sweet peas in the ground. There's about $20 worth of sweet corn right there. Stuff is outrageous. So fast forward now, it's May 2nd, 2019, and here are my sweet peas after I planted them. All I did was run that planter back and forth right over the same spot that I ran it, you know. And these things desperately need water and probably fertilizer. I don't have a green thumb. I just enjoy doing a little bit of tractor work and gardening. So that's what we have right there, and that's the way the planter planted it. Alright guys, and there's the planter all hooked up to Jonathan and ready to go and plant some corn seed. And I would love to talk to you guys about this setup, and I'm going to. But let me get this corn seed planted and I'll show you why. If you will look to your west, look at that sky. And it's the same thing every year. I just barely beat the rain. Hopefully I'll beat it. Now if you look to your east, clear sky. And guess which way the weather's coming from. Alright guys, I felt a couple drops of rain. This right here is a Johnson grass root. We'll talk about that when we get inside. And also, my first 2 rows were spaced right. My last one was way off. But before we go back up to the shop, check out my potato plants. South Central Kentucky, May 2nd, 2019. There's a little skip up there, but they're not bad. Here it comes on that metal roof. You can hear it. Few drops on Johnny. I just pulled her in and it's starting to rain, boys. Woo, a little lightning there. We just made it. We just got her done and planted. This planter is a real simple design. There is a couple things you need to know about it. You know, as with all these kind of planters, that right there has to be horizontal when you're planting. For it to plant right. Something else you need to remember, and I'd forgot this time, if you come around here, you need to flip this lever right here to engage the seeds to drop from the meter. Let me take this top off of here so I can give you a closer look at all the gearing and stuff like that and how it works. So the way this planter works is I have these 2 wheels up front that ride on the ground, and that's what turns the chain. It turns a chain that comes up here, that turns another chain right here that will spin that meter, you know, that fits down underneath that box, and that's how it'll drop the seed. I can tell you guys that I cannot remember how I determined what sprocket to use here and there. I'm sure I probably looked it up. This has been done before, and I think I somehow or another set it up for sweet corn so it would be 6 inches apart. Another thing that's nice about this planter is the depth. To set the depth, you just pull that up and move it whichever direction it needs to go. To make these wheels right here, those wheels will come up or down. That'll set your depth for your seed. They make much better versions of this planter than what I have here. You can get a 1 row with a transmission on it, and you could get a fertilizer bin with it and all kinds of different things. You can control the seed population that you're gonna, you know, put out with your seeder, stuff like that. Tractor Time with Tim just purchased one from Illinois, and it does, I think, all those things I just mentioned. Who knows, maybe more. You can also get them in 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, whatever you want. But the reason I built this planter like this, which I didn't build it, but the reason I adapted it to a 3-point hitch and so that it would roll on the ground, you know, everything the way I did it, is simply because of the cost. I probably have, well, I had to buy the sweet corn meter, but altogether, everything, I probably got, you know, $600 in this planter. And for me, that's enough money to spend on a corn planter, you know, because I just don't do that much. Honestly, this is the best corn planter I've ever had, so it may not be perfect. I really don't know, but I'm very satisfied with the way it plants. And I mentioned that we would talk about Johnson grass, so here it is. This is the root of Johnson grass. So what's Johnson grass? It's like, it kind of looks like corn when it first starts to come up, when the leaves are real wide and thick. This grass grows like crazy around here. It's real thick, real big, and it's great. Cattle eat it. People roll it for hay. It's all right, you know, whatever. But when you're planting corn, this stuff will grow faster than the corn, and it just pollutes your garden. And the more you rototill those roots, the more Johnson grass you're going to get. It's almost impossible to get rid of. And I know some people say, you know, spray it with this and do that and put stuff in the ground to kill it. I'm just telling you, it's almost impossible to get rid of. So the way I do it is I try to get the corn up first if I can, you know, and then just weed it out, try to keep it out, let the corn take over. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I gave you really a very general description of this corn planter, but I just wanted to make a little video for you and show you just kind of what it was, a brief summary of what it is. And I'm thinking about doing a video on two-wheel drive tractors versus four-wheel drive tractors. I have a lot of opinions about the subject. If you guys are interested in that, leave it in the comments below. We may do a video like that, stir up a little conversation among you folks. That's all I have for you today. We'll see you next time, guys. Big raindrops, boys. And there's the garden out there where we just planted the corn.